This recent altcoin pump has offered some even better yield farming opportunities. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of those opportunities. I'm going to show you some triple digit yields that you can get on blue chip assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, and more. I'm going to show you how you can do it in a semi-automated fashion. And I'm also going to show you a strategy that will allow you to yield farm without losing any of the upside on certain blue chips like ETH and Chainlink. So before I get into the content, I do have to say that this should not be taken as financial advice. Please consult with your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. This video is for your education purposes only, and like we always say, do your own research, but use this channel as a starting point. So let's get right into it. Guys, you've heard me say, if you watch my other videos, the best time to yield farm. You can yield farm in any season, but you don't want to use yield farming as the end all be all to try to solve one problem or solution in your portfolio. The best times is in crap markets when things are consolidating because price can stay within a given range for a long period of time. When you're coming down from a bull market, so you can, I've made plenty of videos on this, like bear market passive income strategies, to where you can basically get paid to buy the dip. And then in the beginning of a bull run, which I think we could possibly be in, like the very beginnings, where you in the accumulation phase of the bull market. So I'm gonna show you some strategies to kind of take advantage of that kind of sentiment. So we're on Beefy Finance, app.beefy.finance, and just so you guys know, all of the farms I'm going to show you are going to be on Arbitrum. Arbitrum has been a great place to yield farm lately, especially given the new Arbitrum rewards. So just if you don't know what Beefy Finance is, it's what's called an auto compounder. It basically compounds your rewards so you can maximize your yield. So when you enter into a liquidity position, you have said asset A and asset B, or stablecoin asset and asset B, whatever you want to do. You enter into a pool, and then you get what's called an LP token, which represents your receipt to get that liquidity back, right? And you can like take that LP token and stake it to get a double yield on top of that. So basically what Beefy does, it allows you to stake your LP token on Beefy, and instead of you having to go and claim your rewards, it compounds the rewards so that you can get that compound interest and maximize your profits. Now, there are lots of auto compounders out there. Beefy is the most battle tested. They have the highest TVL. And just to give you an idea, there is a risk. You know, Beefy could get hacked, and if someone takes the LP tokens, they can then go onto wherever you staked your assets and get your assets back. So if you use your LP tokens, it's kind of like losing your dollars back in the day. You can't bring it back to the bank to get your gold back. Same concept. So if you go here, and we're going to filter through APY. So whatever you click on, it'll show you that thing first. You can filter by TVL, but we're going to filter by APY. And as you can see, look at these farms here. So you have Magic ETH on Gamma, ArbUSDC.E on Gamma, Radiant ETH, which is one of them that we're in. You're getting 312% APY. So it shows here that the trading APR is what, like if you were just doing it on your own, but the vault APR is what Beefy is allowing you to get because they're constantly compounding rewards. So like let's say you're getting 20% APY on $100. Well, now when you get rewards and you compound that back in, now you're getting 20% APY on 100 and whatever the extra rewards are, and you keep doing that. And that's why Einstein say compound is the eighth wonder of the world. So you got Radiant ETH, Arbitrum USDT, Link USDC, Link ETH, 193% APR. That's really good. Arbitrum ETH, 171. ETH USDC, 163. Well, these are on Trader Joe. But what's crazy is saying, so Trader Joe must be on Arbitrum now. I didn't know that. I thought they were only on Avalanche. You see, you got BTC.B ETH, 55%, Sol USDC, Link USDC on GMX. And I'll leave it to you guys to go on here and just kind of go down this list. So basically, like for the ones that's talking about Gamma, which are a lot of the good ones, Gamma, if we go over to Gamma.xyz, and you hit Arbitrum, it shows some of the farms here. And if we sort by APR, you see that Magic ETH, 236. You see Radiant ETH, 188. ETH, the graph, 216. Deposit your assets here and they like rebalance your Uniswap V3 positions. They also have them for like quick swap, but they're essentially like a concentrated liquidity management platform. Now, so I just showed you some great farms on Beefy where you can get an LP and then use Beefy as an auto compounder. Now, why are these volatile pairs doing so well? And volatile means like ETH and Chainlink. Like these are both volatile assets. They go up and down versus a stable coin. In the beginning of a bull market, unless you're trying to take profits, it's best to do volatile pairs because they normally trade with each other. Like ETH and Chainlink isn't going to go too far from each other, like too far at least, because if people are buying ETH, they're probably buying Chainlink too. If Chainlink's mooning, altcoins typically move together. All right, so as they're going up, you're providing liquidity as they're both going up. Versus if you're doing like Chainlink ETH, Chainlink is gonna perform way differently than any stable coin, right? So if you're trying to get passive income while still being able to take advantage of the gains in the bull market, volatile pairs is the way to go. That's just something to keep in mind. So now that I showed you that, let's say you have some Ethereum or some Chainlink and you want to yield farm, but you want to get full exposure, not even be into a volatile farm. You want to get full exposure to the price going up. Let's go over strategy and show how you can do that. So to do this, we're going to be looking at Aave and we're going to be looking at Radiant, right? Two money market platforms. So let's say you have some ETH and you want to deposit and you still want to farm. You can deposit your ETH. Now you're getting 1.76% APY in ETH, and you can borrow either USDC or USDC.E, which is Bridge USDC. I would borrow this for two reasons. The first reason is the obvious one. You're paying pretty much half the price. But the second reason is because this one has more of a chance of going down. And that works in our favor if we borrow it, not if it's our collateral. If it's our collateral and it goes down, you're fucked pretty much. But if it's what you borrow, like let's say USDC.ETH is worth now 50 cents instead of $1. Now you can take your USDC and buy some of these for cheap and be able to pay your loan back, and actually you might be able to make some money. So basically you deposit ETH as collateral, you borrow USDC.E or USDC, and then you can go farm with it. Before I give you a good place on where to go, let's look at what this strategy would be like on Radiant. If you deposit ETH, you're getting pretty much 2% paid out in ETH and Radiant. But to borrow USDC is 16.99% APY. The real yield you're looking at, so you got 5% here you're making, and then you have 16%. So you're essentially paying like 1% if you care about Radiant emissions. I'm bullish on Radiant personally. But if you just want to go vanilla and not have to worry about that stuff, you're probably better off doing this strategy on Aave. So now let's say you get your stable coins. What can you do with it? Well, one good thing you can do with it is loop. You deposit your stable coins and you borrow stable coins, and then you take the stable coins you borrow, deposit it again, use that as collateral to borrow again, and your max loop APY is 46.24%. Now it is paid out in Radiant, all right? But if you're not bullish on Radiant, you just want to get paid in just straight USDC, let's look at Stella. You can deposit your USDC.E and get 13.75% single side staking. 7% of that is going to be in Arbitrum. 6% is going to be in USDC. Now, I'm bullish on Arbitrum. I'm bullish on Arbitrum as well, so it's another way to earn Arbitrum. If you're not bullish on Arbitrum, maybe you should do more research. That's just my opinion. So with that, I'd like to conclude this video. I just showed you how you can get a yield on volatile assets, volatile pairs, and how you can take your blue chip assets that you already have and borrow against it to get a yield safely. Again, another thing to keep in mind with that is to make sure you don't get liquidated. So you want to keep in mind your loan to value ratio and make sure, I like to say around 30% above that, so that way you don't get liquidated and you can prepare if like it's some kind of flash crash. I think Aave has a 5% liquidation ratio, which isn't too crazy, but you know, who wants that to happen anyway? And you know, a fun thing to do is type in ChatGPT like, hey, if my LTV is here and I get liquidated here and I have this amount of assets, go ahead and ask it a question. It's going to spit out some Python code for whatever reason, but it also give you the right math. So that's something else to try. So if you got value from this video, I ask you that you consider subscribing, not only to this channel, but to Know It Owls as well. There we go over just overall market sentiment. We do book reviews, project deep dives, like all kinds of stuff here, strictly DeFi, along with my day in the lives if you care about that kind of stuff. But like I said, if you get value, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know what other layer 1s or layer 2s you want to find a yield on, what you guys are interested in. I'm gonna be putting out more yield farming content here moving forward. And with that, depending on when you're watching this, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I love all of you watching. See you in the next video. Take care.